Hi everybody, this is our fish. Well, one of our fish. There's 15 of them down there, but he's the biggest. This is kind of an update video to document for myself the changes that have taken place since we installed this aquaponic system about 9 months ago. Several things have happened, several actual catastrophic failures, one including the material we used to enclose the roof, which was supposed to be UV stable, was not. The sun destroyed it, and the heat of the heat rising in the greenhouse destroyed it. That led to a lot of junk in the grow beds. That event was followed by a ammonia spike, probably as a result of my over tinkering with this thing. We had too many fish, not enough grow bed space. And we had a bunch of fish die, but that's okay. So here's an update, an updated tour of the aquaponics system at Rancho Mutcho. This is a 3-4 bed system. We've got two 55-gallon drums that are continuously full of solution and gravel. The 1 and 2. We have a heater running right now. It turns out it's very cold in Northern California, and my system water is running at 42 degrees, which is way too cold for bacteria to function and for plants to have any kind of growth. So I decided to heat the water up. So I installed a propane burner, a simple propane burner under a big stock pot with siphon coming in from the two continuously full grow beds and then siphoning out into the fill and drain bed. So hopefully I'll be able to raise it, I don't know, 10 or 15 degrees slowly. I don't want to shock the fish, but I think since I'm heating it over here and the water has to go all the way through the system, through the sump to the fish tank, and then we have 300 gallons of water in the fish tank, I think the transition is going to be slow enough that it won't shock them. So here's a tour. From the beginning, this is the sump. This is the lowest point in the system. There's a 900 gallon per minute pump at the bottom of it. It pumps the water up through a split valve or a split tube. You see that valve right there, that shoots water back into the system. It doesn't shoot it back into the sump. It goes out that pipe down there, up the wall over there, across the top of my supplies, down here into the fish tank. Right now it is diverted also through a solar heater, which was my first step that I took to heat the water up just a little bit, but it turns out that's not enough. Not enough consistent sun right there, and we've got some trees that shade us at just the wrong time, and it's just not functioning. I want it to get warm, so we put in propane. So the water comes through there or into the fish tank where the fish do their thing. There's a solids lift overflow drain right there. See that pipe that goes to the bottom next to Bubba? It goes to the top where it's vented, and it overflows into a small swirl filter. The swirl filter is doing its job nicely. From the swirl filter, it travels down this pipe, also vented, across the floor, raised up a little bit to insulate it, then dumps into the grow bed. The grow bed fills. It has a siphon between the two grow beds. This is just a simple siphon. And then this is a siphon drain, which is a little bit higher than the siphon drain from the other side. Just a little bit, enough to keep the water flowing from bed A through the siphon into bed B, if you would, and back down into our stew pot water heater. Just crank it away, which makes me very happy. The temperature at 42 degrees this morning has vacillated between 42 and 50 degrees, depending on the time of day and the warmth of the day. That's just too cold. As you can see, I've got a lot of sprouts growing in here, but nothing is really exploding. Those are radishes. Back in the back are strawberries. There's peas around the perimeter and a bunch of sprouts here, or starts and seedlings here, which are moving way too slow. So we're heating it up. Otherwise, things are looking pretty good. Our levels are pretty good. Our fish are happy. The water is clean. The roots are just a beautiful, beautiful white. These are some onions that I trimmed back because it's so cold. They're a bit dormant. You can see they're nice and happy growing away down there. And everything's looking really good. So hopefully my next video, which I'm going to take in about 2 weeks, because I want to see the difference with a regulated water temperature as far as the growth of these plants. Oh wait, let me show you this. This is my worm farm. This is really cool. I added about a quarter pound of red wiggler worms into this bed, which is the philodendron bed, a couple of months ago, and just let them go to town. At first I would throw a little piece of celery in to see if they were there. They are. Those little guys, they go in and they clear out all of the rotting organic matter from the root systems that get left behind from plants that we pull out. And they do a very good job. They also help process all of the fish waste that comes from the fish tank and goes into the grow bed. Inevitably, they process that into, well, instant worm casting tea for our plants to enjoy. But this is where I feed them when I feel like things aren't moving fast enough, or I just like to have a little fun with them. I throw some food in here. Find some guys. There's some food in there. They come up through the bottom. I missed them. There you go. There he is. They come up through the bottom. The bottom of this bucket has a bunch of holes, about a quarter-inch big. They're the same size holes as that. The worms come up from the bottom and they enjoy my little offerings. This was a pretty sizable piece of pumpkin not too long ago. And they contribute to the whole works, which is wonderful. I don't have to worry about vermicomposting indoors or anywhere else, and then transferring the castings into any kind of a grow medium, because they do it directly into the grow bed. Very cool. Alright, so I'll revisit this in 2 weeks, like I said. We'll show some growth. All of these are planted, by the way. I've got spinach there, spinach over there, broccoli, cauliflower. They're just seeds that we broadcast into the grow medium. So we'll see how it goes. See you in 2 weeks.